right, so we are actually ready to begin pitching now. The first team is going to be kind of like me. I'm going to give them 4 minutes, and we're going to get started as soon as your pitcher is ready.
Thank you, Chris. Hi, my name is Dustin Thorstenson, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about kind of like me. Shared interest, saved money. Where's Levi here? Kind of hard to have a plant when you've got, hey, sir, random sir, what do you like to do?
I like to bike.
Do you like to go biking by yourself and go out to eat by yourself and then drink by yourself at home and do whatever else by yourself?
No, not very much.
I can help you with that. You come out to Facebook.
Yep.
You'll see that we've got an application which you can look for other bikers. When you take a look at those bikers, you also see that we've got some local businesses that are willing to sponsor you going out biking with your friends. Flat Tire Lounge has got some great specials here. Buy a couple beers, get 2 frees. So who do you want to bike with? We'll pick a couple of folk. Going to send out an invitation to them. Then you're going to get coupons. Here we have a partial coupon. The idea is you go out, you do your deal, you come back, multiple people will come up and redeem their coupon together. The idea here is that we want more people coming in. You can switch back to the PowerPoint, please. We want more people coming in to use these coupons. We don't want somebody getting a low-value coupon, coming in, buying it, having your company lose money, and walk out. Instead, we're going to focus more on high-value customers. Get groups together so they can come in and build on their experience. You might have a bunch of bicyclists saying, I don't know, what do you want to do? I got a coupon for Flat Tire. I got a coupon for Cummings Lounge. We'll get pizza, get a beer. Let's do it. You get in there, spend some time, spend some more money, everybody's happy. Next. All right, so that's not what we pitched. Some of you guys might remember the whole kind of like me. We talked about this snowflake idea, right? Enter your criteria. Who are you? What are the traits that you're identified by? How does that compare to other people out there? This is an idea I've had since 2009. I pitched it just on a whim. As we looked into it more, we realized in order to make that work, we would have to have a lot of metadata. We would need to have farming Facebook information, census data. We need to get a lot of information to be able to provide the right types of values. We also, very early on, were focusing on the monetization of it. What is that product that we need? So what we ended up doing is we decided to switch on very specific groups. We focused on the biker community because it's already established. We've got 1,200 Twitter users. We've got 5,000 people registered for bikeiowa.com. We've got existing sponsors. We'll eliminate the trait variable and focus on this one group. As that builds up, we move on to the cricket users and then the runners. We wanted to focus on these people to help find new ways to bring the sponsors and the members in the community together, and also bring the different members out by just throwing that out there. You want to go for a bike ride? Something simple. Our group had ran into a lot of fails with this project. Cash rules everything around me. Crazy, it's money. Dwalla dwalla bill, y'all. Our initial focus was on the money. We went away from our product idea and we said, how do we make money off of that? Our heart wasn't in it. Our capacity, we're a bunch of developers, next slide please, who came here for the reason to get involved in the startup weekend. We were not necessarily interested in setting up a large product and going at money and actually building that business. We did this for the fun of it. We had a very low level of goals, interacting, meeting people, learning more. Next, please. And we felt that we had actually achieved those goals. We had some great team chemistry, and we had fun breaking down a problem, building it up, coming up with an idea, identifying what we would need to focus on, and moving forward with that. Kind of like me is for sale. The winning bid might not even have to pay any Dwalla fees. Thank you.
All right, next we've got yoga, or yoga, or however you want to pronounce it. Yoga. All right, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nix. My partner Charles Hoffman and I worked on the site that we called Yoga. The purpose of it was pretty simple. We saw I practice yoga, and you know, there's I do it not on a regular basis. A lot of times I want it'll be when it works into my schedule. The problem I'll run into is I got to go to 6. I can't remember all the schedules for the different sites around town, so I'll go to 3, 4, 5, 6 different sites to see what times I can do yoga at that day. That's the problem we're trying to address. We did that just by building some tools and a website that enables us to aggregate that information, consolidate it into one place. I think that about wraps up the. So let me just, I guess, give you a quick view of what it is. So the site, the tools that we built have enabled us to do it by city. So this, you're looking right now at the listings for Des Moines. Top of the page, you'll always see where you can do yoga today, followed by tomorrow, and for the next 7 days.
Where'd you get all the data from?
Yeah.
So the data
Keep going.
is,
You're doing good.
this was all acquired by us.
How?
We built tools to kind of help us get that data in.
I mean, was that tool
Today we
Odesk
ended up
or-
working on integrating with a service called Amazon Mechanical Turk. The idea is with the development of a few more tools, we're going to be able to keep an eye on these sites, be able to detect when their schedules have changed, and in-queue a task for these mechanical workers, or they're called mechanical Turks. It's like crowdsourcing. You pay a small fee, and they handle the task of looking at the site and determining what's changed, updating the schedule for us.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're
Quick,
like,
quick.
no?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's have some Q&A.
Did you talk to any of the studios to see if they'd be happy about this?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nate.
let 'em
It's
finish
Nate.
the presentation.
Next thing is DF chat.
Sorry.
Ready?
Go.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Nathan Robertson, and I'm with DF Chat, as Andrew just introduced me. And I don't know about you guys, but when I get up in the morning before I go to work, I like to get on chat roulette for 3 or 4 hours. And the big problem I have that has been coming up a lot lately is when I get on chat roulette, the first thing I see is a guy exposing himself to me. And the next guy, the third guy, the fourth guy, all exposing themselves. So after about 50 or 60 of these, I get sick of it. So currently, there is a big problem with these randomized chat services. People like to use them. People like to chat with strangers. But the problem is not only the exposure, but there is usually a lack of context with these conversations. As you can see, we've introduced a tagging service. So you will tag what you want to chat about with a random stranger. And Hannah is working this up here, and she likes dubstep and golf. She's going to be scared to tag tattoo, but she really wanted to tag tattoo. And this is our interface for chatting with your random stranger. As you can see, these are your tags that you have picked. Those are their tags. And the blue are the mutual tags that you have in common. You can either talk about that, you can talk about the ones you don't have in common. There are built-in context now. You actually have something to talk about. Another issue with these sites is that there are ugly and unfriendly user interfaces. We have obviously changed that. This is much more interactive. Well, not quite on the video chat level, but a different kind of interaction. And I think that this is obviously much more friendly to use. Originally, to gain traction with users, we are going to have a Facebook Connect. You will connect to the site through Facebook. They will have social sharing buttons. Social sharing buttons.
I'm sorry,
And
can you say that 3 times fast?
so they will have social sharing buttons that you will post on your Facebook wall, and then your friends will go through and say, oh, he posted on his Facebook wall, I chatted about programming with a random stranger. Do you want to do this too? You click on the Facebook wall, you do it, that creates sort of a viral loop there, and that's the initial user acquisition model that we have. One thing that I did forget to mention, that with the context, you're chatting with a random stranger, that's what you want to do, that's why you're here, but it doesn't really feel like a stranger because you have this instant connection, these things that you're talking about. It's still a stranger, but it's like you know them already a little bit. So it's much more friendly conversation rather than ASL and things like that, asexualization. To make money, we would, if you want to go back, you can, you don't have to, we could just do it right here. We could have sponsored tags. We could have Nike could sponsor us, and we could even put their little swoosh logo in there. and that would be a possible tag. That would be a way for us to make money. And using the Facebook Connect, I'm sure there is a way to use that to make money. I don't know if you guys do, tell me, because I don't know. One of the more prominent sites has a ad just on one side, and that's the only advertisement they have on the whole page. That would be an option as well. That's pretty much it. All right.
Is the list?
All right, next we've got Dance VS.
I need to take a picture because it's really humbling to be up here.
All right.
Woo! Well, my name is Napong Bang. I'm the CEO of DanceVS.com. And I'm a b-boy, and I've been dancing for 3 years. Does anybody know what a b-boy is?
Yeah.
Woo! Anyways, I've been dancing for 3 years, and I've seen a lot of problems in my community of dancers, actually. A lot of times the events we organize, they're very local, they're very cut off. It's always the same dance crews fighting each other over and over again. They get really bitter at each other, and they yell at each other's parents and yell at each other's moms. And these events occur semi-annually. They don't occur enough. And I feel like a lot of my b-boy friends have that issue too, and a couple of the surveys we've taken at DanceVS.com support that people like to go to events like that. I see that as a problem, and I think the solution for that is DanceVS.com. What it is an online website that allows dance crews to compete on a city level, state level, and national level, and eventually international level. It allows people to reach out to different areas and spark new rivalries between dance crews, and it also throws dancers in a dynamic global war where they can compete. Because a lot of younger people like to get involved with games that have tracking and leaderboards and events like games like League of Legends. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but games that are free to play are very competitive. People love getting into that. The competition we have as DanceVS.com would be video uploading websites such as YouTube and Daily Motion, and also there's some established b-boy websites like bboy.org and bboyworld.com. But I think what we have to offer that's unique is that we have that fun, entertaining kind of game aspect of a global dance off. So the way it would work is new crews would register and represent their different areas or different cities. They could also pair up with other crews from different areas. These crews would initiate battles against other crews to influence different territories, as well as defending their own from attacks from other crews. Dance crews would be allowed to buy battle bucks, which allow them to make more offensive actions, and they can also purchase reinforcement packs that increase their offensive capabilities. The core values we believe that are very important at DanceVS.com are the freshness of our idea, the design, and feasibility, and the accessibility and the utility of it. So we've been working on a website for this week, and we're proud to show you the progress we have on it.
Yeah.
Woo! So this is
Yeah, it is kind of
Zoom out.
so our developer Ken made this beautiful website, and our designer Mark made the logo. So what we have here is the front line. So this wouldn't be the home page, this would be the front line. So when crews are logged in, or they're registered and they're logged in, it would be show battles that are relevant to them. It'd show battles that are local, that are that their friends are probably participating in. And as you can see here, we have the Cloud app. Woo! And they just called out DanceVS.com. So let's try to put our 2 cents vote in there and see how it ends out. Oh, looks like everybody else is voting for DanceVS.com. So that's how it basically worked. It'd be kind of like a hot or not between dance, videos. And then also there'd be real live chat down below, so people can discuss their favorite moves or their favorite dancers and how they can get involved too. Some other things we'd like to incorporate into our business would be an education system where people can learn the history of the dance, also tutorials, and I think that about covers it. So.
All right, thank you, DanceVS. All right, next we're going to invite Go Traffics.
Hello, my thirsty friends. Don't usually come to startup conventions. But when I do, I make things like Go Traffics.
So, we conduct a bunch of research this weekend, and just like all the rest of you, we've drawn a conclusion on a business plan. The plan is that we're going to bring ads to vehicles in a pleasing fashion for both the business and the driver. Now, the hardest part about that is, well, of course, the price point, but also the attractivity, the signal that the driver is representing. If you have a really nice car, you don't want some bum sticker on the back of it. So, my solution is a social element. We'll get to that later. Second, after rolling this thing out, hooking the businesses requires a bit of data, a promise for them. And in order to fulfill that promise, we have to first get our drivers. So, let's see what it looks like to sign up as a driver when we launch this thing. Once we launch Go Traffics, you come in as a driver and you fill in all of these fields with the normal everyday contact information. But the most important is your driver's license and insurance, at least to the business. Then you kind of move on and begin to specify your vehicle. You would pick, of course, a car, a truck, an SUV, and then upload an image. That way the business can verify your vehicle. Next, you pick which place you would like to display your sticker and what size, because that will obviously determine some sort of price point. After that, you get to look at a list of companies, either looking for you or ones that you suggest. We have an option to upload a company that you'd be interested in representing to show your support, sort of like Pinterest mixed with NASCAR on the back of your BMW. At any rate, after you do that, you wait a while, they'll contact you, and there's a whole lot of following up to do, but that's to see when we get to the business side. Now, if you're a business applying, you come in, you fill out your contact information in this sleek form here. And, well, registration costs $10 just as a startup. You upload your icon, and then you get to understand the charges. You get 10% taken off of your monthly payments that you're offering your drivers by us, because we need to profit, and the ad size obviously determines how much you'll be paying. Also, there's an installation charge. At any rate, the follow-up is you pick your drivers, and it's filed in such a fashion to where the first ones that show up are the people looking for your particular business. Then you research all of their information, and, well, for now, you're only allowed one ad, one size. We want to keep it exclusive. And, well, we'd like to team
All right,
it.
guys, Go Traffic.
Yeah.
Reach 4 minutes. All right, next we've got Storling. And Mike, your time is going to start now.
Well,
Alright. Hi, I'm Callie. We're introducing Storling today. The idea behind Storling is kind of like a Pinterest meets your online shopping. So what inspired me was I'm frustrated that I have to go, to individual sites to do my online shopping. I have to make separate payments. It takes a lot of time. Maybe not even such a time constraint for me, but for, say, the mom who has a lot of kids, has to run around all over the place. She only has a certain amount of time to do her shopping. Someone who's doing holiday shopping, we were asked a lot of how this applies to men. Men don't like to do shopping. So when they're online, they want to get their shopping done as quick as possible. Storling allows you to create your own customizable virtual shopping mall, where you would drag and drop your favorite stores, the stores you like to shop at, into one database. So you can keep coming back to it. You don't have to search individually throughout the internet. saves you some time. Even for more unique sites, you're not going to lose, you know, maybe you saw a cool trendy site, you don't remember the name, throw it up on here, you won't forget it. Another really cool feature is that when you go through to these sites, so you can click through, it'll come up, and on the side, we like to call it a universal shopping cart. So your products that you have there, you can drag and drop into your shopping cart, which allows you to make one payment for all of your purchases through whatever sites you're shopping through. You don't have to put in your payment information more than once. Shipping all works out the same. It's all through those sites. It's just that you get to enjoy the convenience of having it in one. So that's the base idea. What we'd like to also implement, again, to make money, we want to do a social aspect as well and tie it all together. So retailers would want to post incentives to pay us to put their ads. Maybe there's a percentage back if you put that retailer's site in your mall today. So I guess that's a revenue stream that we were thinking of. We want a social aspect where people can see your mall, they can connect with you based on what stores you have. Based on similar interests, they can suggest new stores to you that maybe you don't have in your mall that they think you would like. Another incentive for retailers, really, so that the more they push their store and have it in other people's malls, the more you're going to see it, the more you're going to buy. As far as competition, I mean, there's PayPal. That allows you to kind of have one set payment that retailers can use, but there's fees. People don't like it. It's not as user-friendly as I think it could be. Ebates is another one. You get kickback if you shop through their site, but I think the social aspect that we're kind of hoping for really, and the customizable aspect, differentiates that from Ebates. Really, I mean, we need a lot more development work to go along with it. We had some design work, we kind of threw it out because it didn't really mesh well with this idea. But we need to talk to, you know, payment processors, people who provide shopping carts for those retailers. We need to talk to the retailers. So there's a lot of work to be done. But we kind of, I mean, we really just played around a lot. We took a long amount of time really nailing down an idea and figuring out what kind of direction we wanted to go in, but I think towards the end it gave us a solid idea for what to shoot for if we continue to work on it. That's kind of the idea behind the virtual shopping mall.
All right, thank you so much. Next we have Doodlebug.
Yeah, we talked ahead of time and you guys can do that. Just get the music.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Matthew. You may remember me from 52 hours ago. I've been working for the last 52 hours with the New York Yankees of development and startup city weekend teams. Thanks to Amanda Marco for that. So, I want to tell you a little bit, for those of you who weren't here, a little bit about the idea. Imagine you're on a sunny hillside with your daughter at the park on a spring day, maybe in April, maybe in May, and all of a sudden a cloud strolls by. And your daughter looks up and she says, "Hey, look, Daddy, it's a bunny." And you say, "Sure enough, it is a bunny." The thing about that is, there's no way of capturing and preserving that moment and sharing it with your family or your daughter. That's right. Until now. And I want to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing for the last 52 hours, which is DoodleCloud. DoodleCloud is an iOS application that provides the ability to accomplish 3 features which we've been able to develop this weekend. Feature number 1 is the ability to capture a picture.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Doing it.
Oh, hello.
Continue.
Yeah. Feature number 2 is the ability to decorate said picture. So, you've got your bunny, you've been able to trace around, you've got the ears, you've got the bunny tail in the back. Everybody knows now what your imagination saw in the cloud. It was a bunny all along. So, we get to come to your sticker library. We built these stickers all this weekend. You got your happy eyes, you got your top hats, smiley faces, and you can see Kenyon right there tracing around on the bunny. Nice job. And then we have the third feature. And the third feature is the ability to share. Because after all, Isn't Grandma going to want to see this? Isn't Aunt Karen going to want to see this? Isn't Cousin Bill going to want to see it? They're all want it. It's like a virtual refrigerator that you can share, right? So we can share as well. So, beta testers, we've had plenty of them, and we got a crap load as well that want to beta test it as soon as we have it ready. So we've been pushing it out to as many people as we can this weekend. The beta tester feedback, we've had a lot. Charlie, I want to do more beta testing. Draw more clouds, Daddy. Doodle Cloud is a great way to share your creativities with others. Can I play it again? Judah. And I love it, said Kenya. Honestly speaking, I built this. It's been great to build this app because I've been working as one of the startups here in Startup City, and it's great to bring something home to my daughter and to be able to share something with her. So, anyways, so that's what we've been doing, and you've all been a great audience. And now I want to tell you about our next audience that we're bringing this project to in a little bit of video where we're going over to Kickstarter.
I'm Matthew, and when I was little, I used to love watching clouds and imagining what they looked like. Now that I'm all grown up, I would love the opportunity to share those moments with my kids and see what they're imagining. That was where the idea for Doodle Cloud was born. Here at Doodle Cloud, we are building an app that allows families to take pictures of clouds and bring their imagination to life with tracing, stickers, and decorations. We brought this project to Kickstarter because we need more stickers! Yeah, kind of. We need to finish the work that we started at Startup Week in Des Moines. And this requires development, more stickers, and starting the Doodle Cloud game. So, join the Doodle Cloud team by helping any way that you can.
Thank you, Doodle Cloud. All right, next we have Catch Up on Sports.
We're taking a break after us?
Yes, you will get a bio break after you shave.
Okay. Seems like I gotta follow the kids up. Possible. How many sports fans do we have in the room? And how many people have no idea what Lynn Mania is? That's right. I know it's Lynn saying it. I was making a joke. We have an app for you. We build an app for people who have no idea what sports are or anything about sports, but have friends that do. So how many of you have found yourself in the situation, you walk in a room with some buddies, they're talking about sports, you sit down, they say, oh, did you see that pass that John Stamos threw? And you get this look in your face like, ugh, and they know that you're an asshole because you have no idea what we're talking about. You feel awkward, you're embarrassed. We build an app to help you to save face. So it's really simple. This is a mock-up. At a glance, you've got the different sports, and we just show you the top, most popular, recent headlines on a given sport. It's very simple. We're pulling that in from Google News RSS feeds right now. Next slide. For those in the back, I did a zoom in, but we just got the basics, the foosball, the baseball, the basketball, hockey, and NASCAR. And throughout the site, we've got some fun stuff like, did you know a football field is 100 yards long? Little fact, so you know the jargon. Now, we actually tried to build the website. That was a mock-up, and we got so far, but we weren't able to actually, make it look real pretty. But we got it working. You can click on stuff, and the RSS feeds are successfully pulling in. But we don't have it live yet, but we'll get it up there pretty soon. Go to the next one. And more importantly, we built an iPhone app. And so this is, I think, the best use case is that you're on your way. You're never going to talk to some people who know about sports. Shit, oh, quick, what's been going on in sports? You pull it up, you read the top 5 headlines, you walk in prepared. And you just got the logos at the bottom. Football, basketball, baseball, very simple. The default one is just a summary of all sports. Oh, and you saw that you could click on the articles and go through and read the full article. We've got plans for an iPad app that we mocked up. Next. Okay, so our target market, 18 to 35-year-old urban smartphone owning American nerds. So basically, these that means next. These guys, right? Dorks. And here are the 3 use cases. Not only the people that are totally clueless about sports, like me, but also the people who know about sports, but just were on vacation, didn't catch the game, so they're like, didn't quite catch that one, sorry guys. Also people who know a lot about sports, but maybe we could throw in like a little interesting fact that most people don't know, a small story. for a good conversation starter for those folks. Make you look impressive. Addressable market, a lot of people in the United States. A lot of them have smartphones. Their male is 18 to 35, upwards of 50 million. Our go-to-market strategy, we're going to hit college campuses. Next, we're going to go to some specific clubs we found and see if they can help us promote our product. The International I-8 Sports Club, dedicated to the eradication of sports. We're going to hustle, reach out to all of our personal networks and push this thing out. And also, fuck that slide, go to the next one. All right, substitutes. All the news apps that exist out there, they're all designed for sports fans. All the existing news sites, our target customers hate these. I hate ESPN because it's just overwhelming. There's way too much stuff on it. I don't get it. I want 5 simple things. And newspapers, and our target customers wipe their ass with the sports section. They don't use any of this shit because they're afraid of it. It's too overwhelming. There's too much sports info on it. We just want 5 stories. Our differentiation is we have really focused branding. It's a very simple app, and it's really fast. It's as fast as Ocho Cinco. Next. All right. In the future, we can do some cool stuff with this. The headline is cool, but I want actually a specific line I can maybe...
Thank you.
All right. Start it again. We've got our next presenter will be Reminder with an X in it, so I'm not sure how that works, but Reminder.
Latin.
Oh, Latin. All right. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashley Hunter with Reminder. How many of you can relate to this picture with the multiple pill bottles? Or even maybe it resonates for a close family member or maybe a friend that you've heard of struggling with their prescriptions. This person has how many to put in, know when to take them. Unfortunately, probably, a lot of you out there, this resonates with you because 70% of our doctor's visits today end in a prescription, and most of those have a medication error. And in the United States, this is costing us millions of dollars because of overdoses, prolonged illnesses, and readmissions to the hospital. Therefore, this is affecting our loved ones. So I am here today with Reminder to offer you and your loved ones a solution. This is a web-based application for you and your family members. As you all know, your family members are probably becoming more and more spread out, but your loved ones are living longer. So if you're not able to attend that appointment, we have a solution for you. Someone can enter all of your prescription information ahead of time onto our web-based solution, and then it can push reminders out to multiple applications, whether that be your phone or an iPad or even just the computer email. The web-based or the mobile application is really important because when you're in the doctor's office, they ask you that annoying question, what are your medications? But it's so important because we're seeing more and more providers. So we have an aggregated list of all of our prescriptions, even when you're going to your specialty provider. And then we have the key dosage feature and a picture so you get the right one. Dosage, also important because we're oftentimes adjusting that when you're coming in for follow-up appointments. And then the second one is the pharmacy and doctor's office. Pharmacy, very important. Many of you today, we found out, are shopping around because you want to get that lowest cost. $4 prescription here, $4 here, but they're not always at the same one. So that way you have this all on your phone when you're out there. Our pricing model for this is that you'll have the free mobile application service, but there will be the online membership will be a service, will be a fee of $49.95. This is important because your loved ones, the elderly and the young, are the ones that are most at risk. And we did find that there are competitors out there, but they unfortunately only have the iPhone and don't have that online collaboration that's so important to target this high-risk population. So our surveys that we did out there, we saw that adults are more and more becoming on the internet and also using mobile devices. So we offer this solution for them to be able to use the notifications and also collaborate with your loved ones. We have also made contacts with some of our providers in that, and we want to collaborate with them in the health systems that have a preventative enforcement. So we will be able to, down the road, take care of the self-entry data so it's more reliable because we know that's an error. So if you use Reminder, what we are able to do is increase compliance and give everyone in your family a peace of mind about your loved ones. Thank you.
right, next we've got Embarcus. Your time has started, so if you want to get
Go.
All right, I woke up this morning after participating in Startup Weekend. I was dead-ass tired, didn't want to get out of bed, started thinking about coming down here and working on Embarcus, and really sincerely got inspired about it. The reason that I got inspired is because Embarcus isn't just another website. It's really creating a place for people who want to get more out of life. They want more experience. They want more travel. They want to get more connected to their fellow human being. Our philosophy is that social media shouldn't make us less social. The mission is to inspire people to engage socially and seek adventure. The Embarcus idea is basically twofold. It's combining community along with adventure. So the community part we found is really important because people inspire each other, they push each other, they help each other. And on the adventure side, we have a website where people will go in and they
dance.
You're doing great. Keep going.
Yeah,
you're doing fine.
So on the website, people go in, they declare what their goals are, what their dreams are, the promise to themselves. In the next area, they can search categories. They can find out what's possible, different adventures that are out there. And then third, they can connect with other people. Again, this is one of the critical pieces because they go in there and they search for events that are upcoming. Maybe it's something they hadn't thought of that they have interest in, curiosity, and they connect with people and they create a partnership or a team and they perform these goals together.
Like Chris mentioned, our customers are people who want to get off their ass, shut the computer, and do something. The value in our company lies in the fact that we are giving them the opportunity to do this. We're giving them the opportunity to discover and declare what adventures they want to experience, and we're giving them the tools to do that. Revenue is obviously an important part of any business, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. First, we want to build this community of leaders and innovators, and we want to build the framework for the system where we can have people motivating each other. When we do decide to focus on revenue, we have a unique ad system that combines product placement and targeted marketing. We're not basing our assumptions on your cookies in your browser history or the status updates on your Facebook wall. Instead, we're looking at the goals that you have set for yourself, and we're going to offer you products and services that will help you achieve those goals. You want to climb a mountain? Great. You're going to need some shoes. You're going to need a backpack. You're going to need some climbing tools. Instead of feeling had, like we're just trying to sell you something, you're going to feel helped. We're selling you something you genuinely need. The whole philosophy of our company is that we want to help people live more fulfilling lives. Think about this. You're 85 years old. You're on your deathbed. Someone comes up to you and says, "Do you have any regrets? Did you enjoy your life?" What do you say?
Thanks to these guys for persevering after the hardware failed.
Yeah.
That was really, really big.
Don't know how.
Next we've got Adventurous.
$200 10 years ago. It should still work, right? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steven, and this weekend my team and I built Adventurist. It's an event planning application, and we believe that we can help people build better events, make better events. And we're going to do that by requiring guests to RSVP with an image of what they're going to bring to the event. So let's back up. What makes an event better? How do you make an event better? With Adventurist, event planners get concrete, firm, solid commitments from their guests to attend that event. So they know who is showing up. Simply clicking on a link is, like in Facebook, isn't an effective way to tell who's coming. In a survey that we ran, 85% of people that responded said that they are more likely to attend an event if they have committed an item to it. Guests also receive a benefit from this. and that they see who and what is being brought, so they don't bring duplicate items. Possible way of monetizing this, take this with a grain of salt. We've only had 3 days to work on it. When people submit images, a lot of times those images are going to be of products. And we want to identify those products and then tie them to demographics. And then when we have those demographics, it's a much more focused data set than what a lot of market data services provide currently. And this is important because these items are an extension of the guest's reputation, and they are publicly advocating these items when they bring it to these events. They're saying, like, this is the item that I chose to share with my friends. And this is the highest level of brand loyalty that there is. And this is why we think that data is valuable. So we spent most of the weekend pounding out an awesome app, and we're gonna go through it right now. So we're gonna create an event. We need a title for the event. Let's call it Startup After Party. I'm hosting the event. I'm Steven.
So it's at your house? Or?
No, we're gonna host it.
Your
We're gonna
house.
host it here.
My house.
So,
Okay.
Your house.
Your house, if you don't mind.
You better be bringing something really good.
Right, yeah. Bring stuff for an awesome party. Set a description. Now we set start time, end date, end time. Sorry, we had to switch computers last second, so. 617, 6th Avenue, we gotta get that.
317.
317. All right. Thank you. Wait a second. Is it 317?
It is. 317, 617. He's not scamming.
Thought you might be throwing us off.
Wouldn't be the first one.
All right. Now we want to add items that we suggest to our users. So we want an awesome party, we gotta have some alcohol, right? We want beer. We need cups.
Love this.
We need ice.
I love it.
You like because you said beer and cups.
Oh, good start.
It's a good
Started the right
start.
way.
Snacks? Let's get some pretzels.
Food.
All right. So we have the idea of that, and we're gonna do a little bit of movie magic.
All right, guys.
And,
Here. Thank you very much. All right, next we've got Clipperus.
Hmm?
Hey, good afternoon. My mom is a couponer. My mom's a couponer. Honestly, though, I haven't learned anything about it. I now find myself in this position where I'm a husband and a father of 5, and I need to figure out a way to stretch the dollar. It's something that I have to do. So I'm trying to go back and learn and relearn what my mom was doing, and trying to figure out, okay, how do I get these coupons again, and how can I save some money? And I found out it's completely changed, unfortunately. Newspapers, if you go out and pick them up today, there's just as many ads, but there's really not that, cut it out, bring it to the store sort of coupon. The other piece of this is when you apologize. So the newspaper really isn't what it used to be anymore. Going online, being the digital native that I am, using Google, trying to find these coupons online, we found the system actually really stinks. It's a large affiliate network, mainly ran by coupons.com. So there's a lot that's missing, there's a lot that's locked in. So there's flaws in terms of the user agreement. If you're on a Mac, if you're not using Internet Explorer, most likely you can't get these coupons anyways. There's a few people who can do this successfully. There are extreme couponers. They do this successfully. They're insane. They have 7-pound notebooks. They're just not convenient. I can't see how that's being used. So I stink at this. I need to get better. I need to stretch my dollars. Working with Levi this weekend, we decided to create a system where we could actually do this. A system that allows us to discover, share, and save our coupons. This is the web solution that we created. It's consumer-based. The whole point of this is we love Pinterest. We thought this was a wonderful system for actually organizing and collecting items. We're inspiring off of them. Take it as you will. So we wanted to create a system like this where we'd actually just, here, I found this coupon online, let's collect it, let's bring it in, and then if I have this in terms of a social network,
let me be able to share this and let me be able to have other people discover off of the work that I found, the collections that I've created. And then ultimately, this is the reason for this. We want to be able to print out our coupons. We want to be able to use these on the device to take them back to the store and actually redeem them. Bringing us to the next solution that we're started working on is our mobile solution. We're actually working on a mobile application. So if we have the web client on one side that's allowing us to quickly discover, we actually want to be able to do that all the time. So let's create the web application where we can access our saved coupons, but as we're going through and when we're at the store, we can actually scan barcodes to say, we have this system, is there an offer out there for this? And bring that up and bring it into my, bring that into my envelope. So as we're using this, we have this phone all the way through the end, up to the point of sale system where I'm ready to check out. I'm ready to buy all my stuff. Let me just run my phone. Let them scan that and let that be the full end-to-end. So we have the consumer, we have the mobile solution, and the reason why we really like this, it's a win-win. We started looking at this, shoppers are obviously going to save money off of this, but the coupons have always been a win-win situation. Individual stores will be able to get value off of this. We're hoping to become a hosted coupon system because the affiliate network doesn't even reach the high V, it doesn't reach the mom and pop stores. So we want to be able to target that, but then also play in the affiliate network to make money. Let's go ahead and go to the website because we did get this live. It is out there now. If you'd like to go check it out, it is clippers.com. And it is very much, like I said, inspired off this. But these are real coupons that we've been able to find and scrape into our own system. We want to be able to continue to pre-populate this, but just as Pinterest works, be able to allow people to bring things into their own network. I think that's really all we have. This is a working system. We have an about page. We want to keep on exploring this. Hopefully you find it interesting. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to get my family using this because they're freaking huge. So hopefully you guys like it too. Check out the site and thank you guys.
All right, next we've got Auto Affirm, and they didn't take very long. Any questions? So that's how you started up. I screwed up my clock.
So I can take longer?
Not really. Not just until I get my clock fixed. And now it's fixed.
All right, my name's Chris Miller, and we have a huge team, so please be patient while I do the introductions. Justin Barker, we're both from Omaha. That's it.
Nicely done.
I just want to say thank you for everybody here. You guys gave us the biggest piece that was so valuable to our business, more than anything, better than coding, better than, marketing, better than a logo, which we still don't have. But you gave us motivation. But by show of hands, how many people voted on our idea? 3. There should be 3 people. 4? Okay. Well, you guys all thought I was crazy. There's another guy from Omaha. Everybody used to think was crazy too. You guys recognize him? Excited. So here, the idea we originally came in with turned a lot of people on. But just to give a better idea of what it is, so you have a friend, or this is you. You've got a friend. Your friend's really good at something. She's very good at communicating. Every once in a while, she'll send you a text message, but she puts what I call words of affirmation in the text message. She gives you compliments every once in a while. Has anybody ever got a message or a phone call or an in-person thing from something that made you feel, a compliment that made you feel better? I'm sure everybody has in life. How did that make you feel, and how long did you remember that happened? I have a client 5 years ago that called me up one day and said, I also run a real estate business. He said, Chris, I just want to thank you for what you're doing. I go, that's awesome. He's like, yeah, you're doing an awesome job managing my property. To this day, I remember that, and I do a better job, I think, managing his property than my other clients because he did that. So we want to scale the ability for you to send compliments to people through our website. And so the basic idea is to return that favor to your friend that does that for you, where through our program, it would send her a text message, and you would add your own words of affirmation to that person to make them feel good. Now, you can do this for your mother, your father. Just click through all those real quick. But so you have a lot of special people in your life. You don't always have time to send them compliments. But how hard would it be to upload the adjectives that are from your heart that describe these people and create a program that blasts messages out to them at certain times throughout the year? It'd be very easy to do that. And how much better would these people feel, and how much more respected would you be? So that's the question I had. So why was this so important to us, and why were we so stubborn not to join one of your teams? Well, these are the important things in my life. And I'm getting ready to do some extended travel. I'm really worried because the last 5 years I've been running my business, And I really realized it's almost like somebody that spent 5 years eating a lot and they got overweight, and then they look at themselves in the mirror like, I need to go on a diet, I need to hire a personal trainer. Well, this happened to me, not with my physique, that I don't work out as you tell, but somehow I stay skinny. Red Bull helps. But I realized the biggest problem I have is I'm not staying in touch with the people I love enough. I'm not giving enough compliments. So how could I create an application that would solve this problem for me? So real quick, let's do a tour of our site. How about, let's save all this for questions. Go to revenue. So we were really motivated. In a nutshell, this is our customer list. We sell a $40 annual subscription just like Pandora, and that subscription gets you 600 messages that goes out to all your loved ones. We have a database or an API that works with a company called Twilio that does the work of sending messages for you, but you have to upload the adjectives that describe these people and upload their birthday so you don't forget about their birthday. So we have 26. We have 26 customers. The first one booked with Dwala. He was from Des Moines. He specially requested Dwala. We raised 20 grand each.
Did that have live credit cards on it?
It did. I was saying I was going to take a picture of it.
Sorry.
This is awesome.
We raised 20 grand each $5,000 check here represents 6% of the company. So thank you for.
All right, Brad Dwyer with Road Rageous.
Hello everyone. It was about 48 hours exactly ago that I told you that we'd have a working product by now. And I'm here to tell you that we met that goal. So I know that a lot of you have your cell phones on you. I see you texting, so get it out. I want you to go to the app. It's Road Rageous, kind of like outrageous. And I want you to play through it. And you know, more than just testing the product, like I know that you are all shitty drivers, and when you cut me off, I want to be able to send you a message. So when you sign up for the app, we're going to get your contact information, and you're going to be able to subscribe to your own license plate number, so that when somebody says that you're double parked, you're going to be able to get a notification for that. So while you guys are looking that up, let me tell you a little bit about the company structure right now. I believe in this idea so much that I put up $1,000. We've spent 300 of that on T-shirts and on domain names and on these business cards that are going to be part of our marketing strategy. And we also have gone into debt to the tune of 14.5 burritos because none of you designers wanted to join our team, so we had to bring one in from the outside. So here's the app. If you want to go to the next slide, I'll show you what happens. So you come in, you connect with Facebook, and then we ask you for your cell phone number. And once we ask you for your cell phone number, that will allow you to subscribe to certain license plate numbers. If you don't give us your cell phone number, we will take in your email address from Facebook so that we can still notify you of the things that you want to be notified of within the app. So this is the layout. It's super simple. You just select what state the license plate is in, type it in, and you go to the next page. And then it'll show you all the comments that are posted to this license plate. So it's really a messaging system based off of license plates. And so what I've learned through the weekend is this isn't a very original idea. This has been, I've had about a dozen people tell me they had this idea, and it all goes to show you that having an idea is worth nothing unless you execute on it. There are products out there like this, and they've all executed awfully. They've all failed. And the reason that they failed is because they don't know how to get customers. If you're putting your license plate number in the system, or putting somebody's license plate number in a system, and you don't have any way of getting notified of that, and the person who you are sending a message to has no way of getting notified of that, you're just sending a message into a void, which is part of our strategy. So by coming into the application, we have your contact information, and the goal is to get you to subscribe to all the messages that are coming into your license plate number. So that whether it's a week or 2 weeks or a year down the road, when somebody inevitably does comment on your driving, you're going to come back into the application. So the second part of the marketing strategy is that we got these business cards printed. And that's because if you message into the system and there's no way for that person to know that they got message, it's worthless. It's sending it into a void. So what you do is you get these business cards and you put them under the windshield wiper of the car, and it says your tires just got virtually slashed. And it gives you a URL that goes directly to your license plate number where you can see the comment of that person swearing at you. So the question that I know that the judges are going to ask first, how are we going to make money? I'm here to tell you that if you get enough users, you can make money off of any idea. I spent the last year selling virtual Easter eggs to people online, and it's been very lucrative. The key is getting users. There's a million ways to make money off of this idea if you get the users. I mean, you could do analytics and see whether women are really worse drivers than men. You could sell data to insurance companies to see who are the worst drivers. You could even be the clout.com for that company earlier who wants to sell advertisements on companies, or to companies on cars. Well, those companies won't want to put advertisements on cars of bad drivers, so they could run a check beforehand. So yeah, that's kind of the pitch. And the cool thing about this is that basically we're building a social network. Right now there's two major companies that are building social networks out there. There's LinkedIn for business and there's Facebook for personal. Well, you guys are all in another social network that you probably don't even know about, and those are the people that you're commuting with for work.
Thanks, guys. And now we've got Kitchen Genie.
My name is Royce, and I had a great opportunity working with the team of building My Kitchen Genie. My Kitchen Genie helps match your food with recipes. So some of the problems that I ran into is I go to my fridge, I don't know what to make, I'm tired of making the same meals, and I generally like waste food because I'm like trying to decide what I'm going to make, and I'm making the same things and not making anything new. So we're going to walk through a demo here and kind of go through a use case here. So, I'm at my fridge. I'm at my fridge, and I'm thinking, okay, let's see. I have a tomato. I have some chicken, and I have some onions. So, Jeannie, tell me what I can make. So, I grant my wish with the Genie, and I see that she's recommending braised chicken, and we're actually using Punchfork, which is an API that provides recipes. So braised chicken, okay, we see you have some tomatoes and olives, awesome. It looks pretty good, has 96% rating. So I'm gonna take a look at it, make the recipe, and I'm like, okay, I make the recipe, tastes good. Maybe I wanna go ahead and favorite this. So I favorite, and even better, we can share this information. So let's say we want to share this on through Twitter or through Facebook, or even email this information to people. And there you see it's in my favorites, so it's saved and ready for later use. So a big question that we had was, our market. A lot of people are opening their fridge with the same questions, with the same issues of wasting food and trying to figure out what they can do. Well, I think for our market, there's tons of people that are our market. So the first thing that I think is that we should approach. So let me step back. The first thing we can do is basically start organically. Start with your community. Get in your community and start talking to them at grocery stores, and just kind of tell them about this product. Go ahead. So our competitive edge. One thing that we saw about our competitors is that they were kind of doing things wrong. They weren't doing things the right way. So what we're doing is we go against what the user's behavior is. When you go to your fridge, you're not looking at the recipe. What you're doing is you're looking at what you can make with what you have. So I think that's the key advantage that we have. We're doing it in a reverse order, but in the way that the user usually thinks. Our marketing strategy. So we've had over 275 plus likes thanks to our problem team. We've had over 80 followers on Twitter. We had 153 surveys submitted, and so that's been good stuff. So the long-term strategy, we're looking at short-term, we're looking at social media, and also providing some data information to consumer brands. Revenue streams. So one of the things that we looked at is Amazon affiliate programs. So basically providing suggestions based off of Amazon for stuff that you can purchase and getting some referral information from that. We think that data is the new oil. So how can we capture information about our users? We can capture what they favorite, what they search for. We can capture what time they do it. And we can kind of start providing some services that they may like and may want to purchase. So offering customer coupons, working with people that provide coupons and suggesting coupons based off what they search for. Suggesting meal plans. So, it would suck if you do every day you're trying to put food into your phone and say, okay, what can I make? We can automate that process for you and suggest meal plans. What was the last piece?
All right, thank you, kids.
Well done.
All right, so last team is up. No Mo Meetings, which is now known as Team X.
Hi, Matt Hine. I'm with No Mo Meeting. All right, so the bane of my existence is GoToMeeting, right? Yeah, it's fine. So, you know, you have these meetings during the day that just like eat away your time. Like 11 to 11:15 ends never, repeats Monday and Thursday. Like this meeting just like kills my productivity. Here's what my working hours are, right? So we start adding some meetings. This is my sprint team meetings in the morning. I'm a developer, by the way. I had some random meetings throughout the afternoon. You know, pretty soon, my whole day is just chopped up. And so now I went from like 40 hours of productivity to 20, right? So let's call that, you know, the maker's hours program. You guys heard of this? Maker's manager's hours. Manager's hours are killing half my day, every day, right? Some of this isn't showing up. 20 times 50 weeks a year times 20 developers, $50 an hour per developer. That's like $1 million in cash that you're blowing on meetings every year. So, and then think about the lost revenue from, you know, if we had those 20 hours a week back, you know, what products could we have made? You know, how much money could we have earned that way? So, like, I would say, you know, an average multiple for us was, you know, maybe 5 on how much we sink into a developer. You know, so that true cost is like $6 million to us, right? Anyway, so our solution is to reduce the demand for meetings. So how do you do that? So we have a distributed team. That team, you know, is based in Ames, but we're distributed throughout. So we use all these productivity tools. And basically, all these things don't connect to each other, right? And so basically, a distributed team plus fragmented tools, lots of meetings. You know, what we want to do is take all of that knowledge base and sync it into our chat. We use Skype chat to communicate with everybody. Our entire like issue support team works through Skype. When you add somebody to that Skype chat, they don't see all that history. They can't search it. My manager doesn't know what's going on in that Skype chat because he can't search for it. So basically what we want to do is create an open public chat room system built on Google Apps because we use that. Add tagging and searching to that. So here's our MVP, so to speak. So basically what I want to do here is, you know, when I get a new production issue, let's say issue 1, 2, 3, whatever. Oh. All right, now I want to add some people that can help me with this. We'll add Bo. We'll add Nick over there in the corner. And you know what? I'm going to say this is an issue, and we'll call this in progress. So now, you know, we can start our chat, right? You know, we start working on it, whatever. You know, I can tag individual messages and say, you know, this is finished, whatever. Now my manager, he can come back and, you know, search for this and see the entire chat log of what happened with this. And, you know, this provides, you know, this is sort of like a command line for us. So, you know, you could, you know, see how in the future this could be useful. You know, you say status, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, maybe that kicks off our GitHub, you know, that maybe that pushes the build out, whatever.
All right, thank you very much. Our judges have deliberated and come up with the winners. Just first, an announcement: anybody that came in, any teams that came in with a Startup Weekend organizer on that team have kind of recused themselves from taking home any of the prizes. If any of us do happen to win, we'll be like, yeah, we won, but we'll give the prizes down. So we won't be, you know, stealing shit. So beyond that, I will leave all the cool talk to Christian Renaud, and then I'll just wrap up after he's done.
All right, cool. So first and foremost, give yourselves a big round of applause for doing that. So you kind of got a little bit of Startup City we do this like 7x24, and you guys got it for the last 52 hours. But the startup game, the entrepreneurial game, is about persistence and stamina and fortitude, and no matter what happens, that you hang on to the idea and you actually take it into the end zone. And that means you're not going to sleep, or yeah, that means you're not going to necessarily see your kids tonight, but you're going to get it done. And that's that getting doneness, that hunt and kill it and eat it, that makes us entrepreneurs. So congratulations to all of you for having the fortitude to actually sit around and drool on the couch and so forth and so on. By the way, second thing, and the Startup Weekend people hate it when I say this, if you leave here tonight and you leave it here tonight and you don't actually take it and move it forward, you just wasted 52 hours of your life. All right? If it doesn't fundamentally change your mindset, if you don't take the idea and actually move it forward, if you win first place or you don't, and yet, not towards you. I know you guys are looking at each other. I didn't mean that towards you guys. But two people who kind of drifted out of it later, they're like, oh my God, he's talking to me. That wasn't passive aggressive. I lacked the passive. Literally, the purpose of this is to give you, to whet your appetite. This is the amuse-bouche. Then now, take it, go deliver it, go monetize it. If you think about the guys that are sort of the poster children for last year, as far as the people that did something, where's Jake from Locusic? Did he take off with his kid? His kid was crying, I think. So Jake from Locusic, he won second or third place last year? Second? And
two different contests he won.
Two different contests, and he's the guy who ended up running it in, right? So it wasn't, oh my God, I got second, I'm just going to go crawl back into my cubicle and hide for the rest of my life. An entrepreneurial failure. So take it, run with the idea, regardless of any validation that comes out of this. This is one data point. Everybody had amazing ideas. Everybody had amazing effort. If you haven't done it already, pretty please there's sugar on it. Make sure that the contact organizers, or I'm sorry, the event organizers have everybody's contact information and what teams you were on, because a number of people have been wandering around, myself included, going, hey, your idea didn't get picked, but I want to talk with you next week because I want to connect you with somebody else to put this thing in the end zone. So this part of this was sort of a speed dating ritual as well, subliminally. But okay, follow up, persistence, stamina, fortitude, amazing progress, larger ideas. Oh, a number of you had big ideas, big ideas that don't fit very concisely into 52 hours. Just because you didn't get it all done by the end of this weekend, don't kick yourself in the ass about that, because, for example, when it comes to saving somebody's life and making sure they get the right medication, that isn't necessarily something you want to get out in 48 hours with a bunch of shit. So, I'm sorry about that. There are kids here, and I should know better than to moderate my language. I got 3 myself. 2. 2
that you know of. 2 that you know of, Christian.
Two that I know of. Never answer the phone on Father's Day. Okay, so enough foreplay. Everybody gets the idea, right? That this was just your tune-up game. This was like boot camp. All right?
Hey, Christian. A very muscular friend says that your wife and he are watching this on video, so you have been watched.
Just leave my drop bag on the front porch. Tej will drop me by. I'll sleep at the office. I hear the couch is very comfortable. But you got to leave your whoopee, so I have something to cry about. Okay, without any further ado, not trying to be overly dramatic, but there was, quite frankly, there was a lot of discussion and deliberation about everybody, and it's hard because that actual mileage may vary. You guys were at all different stages, big ideas, small ideas. Some parts more built out, some parts not built out at all. So it was hard to actually get down to a final 3. Bronze medal, 3rd place, Road Rages. Brad's going to hit me because he's really, really competitive and he wanted to crush this thing because I was reading his social media this weekend. We have no doubt that you guys are going to figure out a way to monetize this and crush this. And I already used it to insult Tej. So, yeah, it's probably already got, right? And so I think it's an inevitability. Once again, you don't need Startup Weekend validation. You guys are going to go monetize the shit out of it. Next year, you guys will be Christian, you dick. You gave him 3rd place, and he made $5 million over the course of the year. So.
$5 million, that's it?
All right, silver, 2nd place, Kitchen Genie. Come on up. Again, well done, great execution, big team. Hard logistical exercise to juggle that many people, so kudos to you all. Got a usable product out. Gonna be great implementation right out of the gate. Doing the API data, excellent. Great social media pickup, whoever was running that. I'm going to guess that Becky had kind of had something to do with that with her 7 million Twitter followers. But really, really well done. Great penetration there. So kudos to you guys for second place. Again, don't leave it here. Go take it, run with it, go monetize it, right? Gold medal, first place, Doodle Cloud. Playing with their application during the course of the weekend. How do you vote against children? I mean, it's like, I'm going to make you tell them. Like a social, yeah, tell my kids that I didn't win. Yeah, right. Great hustle, built it in the weekend, had people using it, had kids using it, validating it. Great monetization plan, actually, that was pretty well thought out. So congratulations. You win first prize. I think Kirk's going to walk through all the first prize, second prize stuff. Real quick shout out for everybody who's still actually paying attention to me. If you haven't already, when you choose to move forward, that's when you choose to move forward with your startup idea, and you get your tax ID, go register with Startup America because they give you, cover the kids' ears. They give you a ton of free stuff. I mean, a ton of free stuff.
How much of a ton?
A metric ton of free stuff, and the camera's on. A metric ton of free stuff to get your startup going. BizSpark, what all the things? Google AdWords, $100. $1,000 in Google AdWords. I mean, a whole bunch of freebie stuff. We have Startup Iowa. You can register through startupia.org. Go there, do that. We, as Iowa, have a couple hundred startups. We have something like 275 likes on the Startup Iowa Facebook page. But we only have 60-some startups that are actually registered. If we had everybody who was actually a startup in Iowa registered, we'd be beating California right now. So let's go kick California's ass.
There we go.
Yeah. So, congratulations. Just a couple of announcements. As far as prizes goes, we do have $200 in Amazon credits for the winning team, and we have 2 tickets to the Prometheus Awards as well. We also have Amazon credits that some teams didn't use. Can we continue to give those out after the weekend? Or
yeah, just email me.
All right, so we do have Amazon credits. If you didn't come get them from us over the weekend, but you then moved to a stage where you want to use them, let us know. As Christian said, make sure you get us our contact information. Did I miss any prizes? Levi, anybody else? Well, all right, cool.
Twilio.
Oh, yes, $50.
134.
Thank you also. No, 130.
Somebody can take me home.
Okay, we have the last prize winner is that's like the Secco trophy. We have one more prize is $134 in Twilio credits. I have no idea why it's $134, but they also get those as well. Finally, anybody who was here, any team that was here this weekend, Mike Colwell has offered to donate 2 hours of his time with you to sort of mold the clay and squish your idea into a business. And so he will help you out. So Mike does both startupmodels.com and the Business Innovation Zone. He's very, very helpful in helping you actually hone the idea into a business, figuring out revenue, figuring out customers, figuring out what you need to do. So please take advantage of that coaching. It's incredibly valuable. So finally, while I get upstage, the last thing I want to say is just another company. So the last thing I want to say before we finish up is, as Christian said, thank you all for coming out here this weekend. Even if you didn't win a thing, even if you had troubles with your technology, even if you didn't get as far as you wanted, you're all winners for just taking the time and saying, I'm going to do something other than go out and get drunk in the bars on my weekend and do something positive. So please give yourselves all a round of applause for building
one last thing. This facility is an incredible place. Thank you to Christian and Paige for volunteering it. But let me tell you how to spot a startup. The CEO is emptying all the waste baskets and vacuuming the floor because they don't want to screw with the development team. We trashed the place this weekend. If you wouldn't mind, everybody take 10 minutes and help them clean it up tonight because we're in. All right? Thank you.